Hello, Terrell here, and this is going to be a short video because these are the most essential things that you're going to need in order to create the perfect resume. And it's only two. Only two things I really want you to pay attention to, and I really want you to get through your head so you can understand that you don't have to be that college graduate who lives on their grandmother or their mother's couch for the next 15 years because they don't know what to do and they complaining, I can't get a job, I don't know where to go, nobody's hiring. No, you watching this, you getting the strategies that you need to know in order to be that college graduate who walk across the stage happy, excited. Thank you. Give me my degree. And next week, you're going to start your career. You're going to start your new profession, all right? But in order for you to do that, there's some things you got to do during your undergrad that's going to help you build up towards that. Too many students wait until the last minute and then graduate and then try to scramble and find a job. And then that's how they end up staying on their parents' couch. You get what I'm saying? So there's only two things that you really need to understand, two things you really need to pay attention to in order to get yourself to that next level, right? And it's skills, and it's the development of your resume, okay? Making sure that you beautifying it. It looks good. It makes them want it, all right? I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about that. If you know anything about me or my story, you know that going through school, I fumbled, bumbled, stumbled, and I don't really know how I graduated college because I was just figuring things out along the way. Luckily, I was able to learn some things along the way from people, and I just download that knowledge in my brain, and I was able to make it to graduation. Upon graduation, I was hired by a $21 billion Fortune 500 company that said, "Listen, we want you. We like your experience. You seem like you got some. You seem like you're very knowledgeable. So come on." They brought me in the company and also paid for my entire master's degree program as well. So it's been a great ride. It's been a great journey. But it was some things that I had to do along the way that fortunately I found out. I didn't know it. I wasn't given it. It wasn't given to me like I'm giving this to you right now to take advantage of, right? So the two things, as I said, right, is skills, and then also the development of your resume as far as beautifying and making sure that it is looking good. Now, for skills, it's very important that you go through college building your skills. Don't just go through college for the academics. If you don't know, college is not just about getting a degree anymore. If you want to really optimize college, take full advantage of college, you need to be able to get the skills that you need to get so employers could want to hire you once you graduate. Because you're competing against other people that's in your major. You're competing against other people that's not in your major who could still get the same profession, right? And you competing against other people who probably even go to school. They just got experience. Many jobs, many professions nowadays, they say, all right, you can have a degree or you can have a certain amount of experience and you could get hired for this job. So you're competing with a lot of people, not just in America, but internationally too. So there's a lot of competition over there. And if you want to be the best over other students and get into your profession and be the most or the highest paid and make the biggest impact, it's going to be the amount of skills that you bring to the table. Now, in order to do that, you're looking at internships. I don't care if it's paid. I don't care if it's free. Go and get the skills that you need to get. I don't care if you need to go online and take a certification. You need to get some books and teach yourself how to do it. Whatever you need to do to get the skills that's necessary. Whatever profession you want to do, go online, look it up, see what the responsibilities are, the job duties and everything. Then I want you to say what are the key skills that are they looking for in this position, and then I want you to go and work on developing those skills in order to start building your resume, all right? Then the next thing I want you to do is, once you have those skills, you've been building it up. I don't care where you at, freshman, sophomore, how many years you got left to graduation, graduating next year, whatever the case is. I want you to also be able to take those skills, put it on paper, on your resume, and then just make it look good. You don't have any kind of spelling errors. You don't have any kind of grammatical errors. And also, it has to be very professional. You want it to look good. So when they're looking at it, because you're going to go into a job interview, and this is exactly what they're going to do. You may have a little conversation with them beforehand. Okay, you have a degree. Okay, that's good. All right, send us your resume. Once you go there, once they get your resume, they're going to look at it. They're going to say you have a degree, but they're not going to just say, okay, you have a degree, you're good, you're pretty much, you're gonna get hired, or they're gonna call you in for an interview. And guess what they're gonna ask you in an interview? They're not gonna ask you about, they're not gonna ask you basically about college. They want to know what skills do you have that's relevant to the position that you're going to get. So you're gonna have to talk about any positions, any jobs, any internships that you've done, any trainings you've taken, any certifications, anything that you did that's relevant to that position, you're gonna have to talk about. So that's why it's very important to do that. And once you put it on paper, it has to be very professional. Because even if you have the skills, but your resume looks trash, it's a wrap. That they're gonna pass your resume by. They'll rather take somebody else who look like they're professional. Because at the end of the day, if it don't even look good on paper, you probably lying. Like, you don't have enough decency and enough patience to make it look well presented, well formatted. Grammar, spelling, looks professional, written sentences, everything looks the same, is even. You don't have big bullet points over there, little bullet points over there. These words are bigger, these words are not. This is a different font, that's one font. You're not over here looking crazy. There's a lot of consistency. All right, with just those two things, you're gonna be able to start building your resume throughout college. And if you watching this, the sooner you watch this, the earlier you are in the college process, the better you're gonna be. So if you like a freshman or sophomore right now, especially, and you start building, no matter where you at, you're gonna be doing this regardless. I don't care if you're a senior, start right now. But if you're a freshman or sophomore and you just watching this, you're gonna have so many years to build up your resume that it's gonna look crazy. Like, you're gonna be able to have a lot of employees that really want you. And that's how I kind of started off. I didn't really know I was doing that at that point in time, but I started off joining an organization, I think maybe like end of my freshman year, maybe like the second semester. And I joined the organization, an engineering organization. And one of the things we did was we just worked on, different projects. That was within the engineering field, IT field. And I didn't know at that point in time, I didn't put anything on my resume because I didn't know. But as I started learning about putting together my resume, I said, oh, I did that when I was a freshman. Oh, I did that when I was a sophomore. And I just started adding things, make it look professional. And, it went from there. So by the time I gave my resume to Northrop Grumman so they could hire me, look at me, then, they said, oh, you got a lot of experience, and it just went on from there, right? So do these two things. Get your skill game up. Whatever you need to do, get your skills up, paid free, whatever, online, whatever you got to do. And then also make sure that you develop your resume and everything looks good on the resume and it looks very professional, right? You do those two things, you're going to be great, all right? So until next time, make sure that you continue to grind hard and take full advantage of your college experience. I'll see you next time.